learn how to program, learn some math, take a course in probability, learn a little bit of statistics, and then play, build something, write something. I mean, when I say build, programming and building systems, building things isn't just physical, right? You can build computer systems, statistical systems, whatever. But once you try to do something, and then you'll know what tools you need, right? And you'll say, oh my God, there's this expression there. What does an inner product mean? What's that? Okay, I can learn that. And then when they get to college, they will have a big jump on many of the other college students. And so when they get out of college, they'll have an even bigger jump and they'll make a lot of money. And they'll be happy too. This stuff is fun, right? It's fun.
If you're in high school and you're considering data science, I would say get familiar with databases. Start learning SQL. Start thinking about, computer science if that's interesting. If you have a computer science course in your school, take it. And that's a good part of being a data scientist. Beyond that, there are probably just ways to foster your creativity, right? Your curiosity. If you like detective games, that's kind of cool, right? If you like, treasure hunts or whatever, right? If you're into that stuff, I think you'll and you get an opportunity to do that stuff, that will help you as a data scientist, because it's a good way to kind of make sure that you can be curious as you go about, your daily life. Encourage the curiosity, encourage the experimentation. It's kind of like science fairs, right? Science fairs are great, and they encourage that experimentation, that learning from, asking a question and answering it through a scientific method, but doing that with, data sets rather than vinegar volcanoes, right? It's kind of the same thing, but learning from data. And if we're going through an election season right now, there's a lot of stuff in the news about polls and survey results, and that's a great way to start a conversation, to talk about how did the people who ran the polls, how did they know, how can they predict what's going to happen in the election? And so that's another kind of cool way to start a conversation about data science. I would say encourage the person who is interested in data science to pursue it, because it's a great career, and it's something that's definitely going to be in need in the future. It's one of those highly sought after kind of knowledge professions that are really important to businesses around the world, so being a data scientist and being able to help companies as they grow and learn how to do things more efficiently or how to do things smarter, there'll always be a need for people like that, and data scientists are those people. I would say that I understand what you're talking about because I was never a great mathematics student as well. And I think there's actually a bunch of data scientists who are really successful and popular who are in the same boat. There's kind of arithmetic and math in school is not necessarily everybody's best subject. But when you combine it with, these aren't just, hypothetical numbers. These aren't just, problem statements that you have no connection to. When you have a connection to the problem, it suddenly becomes much easier to use math to help understand it, I've found. And so, knowing the people who will benefit from the math that you do, I think is really cool.